Boom. Welcome everyone, Maté Talk time. So good to be before you all. Hope you guys are all well. Have an awesome drink. You already know what I've got. Sorry, that was a bit hypo. I've already had 3 of these. So I've had like nearly 2 liters worth of mate. Boom. That's how I roll. It keeps me young, keeps me youthful, keeps me energetic. Definitely need a lot of energy. Because I'll tell you why. I'm on my own. My 2 editors are enjoying holidays right now, traveling the world. And so, yeah, I've been on my own for the last 2 or 3 weeks. And yeah, it's been pretty busy, I have to tell you, pretty busy. So I have to edit these. Today, I'm gonna look to see if I can finish this in 28 minutes. Good luck to me. All right. Now I've got 2 promos running at the moment, which I will announce winners today. Promo number 1 is for Aussies. It's the Bonne Chauffe. Someone's gonna win this, or not that bottle, but we're gonna win a bottle via the beautiful people of Libertine Perfumery who are supporting the channel, and I thank you guys. Grazie mille for all your support. I really do appreciate it. The other promo that we've got running is for this Ormond Jane new release of Vanilles d'Afrique. And it's for those who entered the promo as I try to reach my 100,000 getting married to, as I reach my, going to get my 100,000 sub marriage. There you go. I'm getting married. So yeah, so at the end, so you can jump to the end, you'll see the 2 promos and the winners that will be announced there. Now, a brand new promo starts today. And this time round, I have this incredible discovery set from Spirit of Kings. And it's by the incredible perfumer, rockstar perfumer, Christian Provenzano. There are 11 of the original fragrances. They're all 5 ml. These are spectacular for those who haven't had a chance to experience these. Wait till you put your nose against this. There's one fragrance in here called Arrakis. For those who saw my Dune lineup and yada yada, here Arrakis is this beautiful citrus, juicy grapefruit with woody accents to it. Spectacular. As a summer fragrance, spectacular. Anyway, this is up for grabs. This is this is worth 120 euros, about 200 Aussie dollars. I'll send it anywhere in the world. If you would like to win this, all you have to do is be a subscriber to the channel. So what I'm looking for is this dot right here. This dot, so through YouTube Studio, this signifies that you are a subscriber. Now, if for whatever reason I respond to you, and there has been a few people who have entered the comp, and I've sent an email saying, send a response in the comments saying, I'm not seeing this dot, okay? And what I need you guys to do, please, if you'd like to enter, all right? So if you'd like to enter, then I need you to do the following. And that is go to your icon and then go down to settings, go across to privacy and just switch this off temporarily until all these promos are done and building to the grand prize of receiving a full bottle of an Une Nuit Nomade. All right, so just to give you a heads up, just before I hit my 100,000, that will be the prize up for grab. So I am looking for this red dot. All right, this, as I mentioned, signifies that you are a subscriber to the channel. The second part for this particular promo that you need to do, please, is go to this video here, which is the Esxence 2024. This is a tour I did with these amazing people from around the world, actually from around Europe. We want to get around the world this time, and I'll tell you more about that in just a second. We've got a new tour that we're about to announce. So have a look at this video and name any of the brands that were showcased in this particular production, okay? You need to put a blue dot. That blue dot will help me quickly identify who wants to enter the comp. And then, yeah, as long as you're a subscriber, as long as you have that blue dot and tell me who the brand is, bada bing, you're in to win this incredible gift set. Moving on. And promo runs for 2 weeks, so I'll announce the winner on episode Maté Talk 121. Now, I mentioned before, can I just say, as I'm moving my arms around, I smell divine. I smell so, and there's so many different things. Wait till I tell you the fragrances that I have for you guys today. They're exceptional. And I'll tell you why I came down this path, but can I just take a little drink, because I'm in such a hurry, because I want to get this thing done so that I can get this Maté Talk edited, so because I got a million other things that I got to do. I don't know who approved the two editors to go on holiday on at the same time. This guy, I mean, what was he thinking? At the time I thought, no, it'll be fine. I mean, I won't be that busy. Anyway, announcements. So, for those who know or have been following, we are doing an Esxence tour for 2025. Kevin and I will be in Esxence next year. Can I go one more? I've already booked my flights, bada bing. So I'm flying over, I will be in Milan. I'm looking forward to walking again into Esxence and being a part of that grand experience. I'm looking forward to meeting a lot of you guys. I know that some of you guys would like to join us on the tour, but even if you're not able to join on the tour, I'm sure that we can work out like a meetup. We can do something somewhere, and we can all catch up. But I will be at Esxence in 2025. This year it's in February, just a heads up on that. Now, I mentioned or have been saying that Kevin and I have been working really hard to create a with us experience, or you guys could go without us and it'll be a different experience. But with us is going to be just off the hook. So if you jump on the KM Fragrance Tour website, you'll see that it is now live for you to go ahead and book. The good news is it is on a Saturday, so we'll be there on the public day, and that's when we'll do our tour through there. Have a look at the website. You can see all the different details that we'll be doing. We have a private session with Fragrance Du Bois. This is going to be away from the Esxence crowd. So they have a suite in a hotel. They're a luxury fragrance brand, and so they want to create a different experience for all their business partners that they have, so they do it this way. So, but they've allowed us to come and meet with them on the Saturday. So this will be something that, with us, nobody else, no matter other punters who go into Esxence, will not have access to that particular experience. Another thing that we are planning to do is that everybody, as soon as we meet you guys and we line up to get into Esxence, our experience together will commence right there. We'll hand out to everybody your own personal gift bag, because you'll have the chance to choose your own L'Absolute, 120 ml for the full bottle of L'Absolute. We'll give you more details on that in the coming weeks. But inside there will be a range of discovery sets. We're already in conversation with brands to ensure that you have a collection of different fragrances. And whilst we're standing in line, because one of the concerns that happened this year was that people had to wait quite a long time to actually get into the venue to begin the experience. So we've factored in that even if it takes us an hour, which I don't believe it will, but even if it does take us an hour, we will have a range of discovery sets, and we will already start doing a masterclass with you guys while we're standing in line. Boom, baby. All right, so the idea is that already we want to showcase some new brands or even new fragrances that some of these brands have released. While we're in line, waiting to walk into the venue, you're already experiencing the joy of niche perfumery. So if you'd like to join us, all you got to do, jump on the website. There is limited spots, so if you would like to be a part of that, make sure that you click on that and join us. Boom. I've had a number of people reach out to me saying, can they be connected to the NFC Discord server? 100% yes. The conversation that's happening in there is extraordinary. What we've done is we've created a number of different chat points that you can sort of tap into. So there could be new fragrance suggestions, there could be fragrance of the day, there could be get some recommendations. If you want to be part of that Discord, all you got to do is be a member. Go on to the NFC homepage on YouTube. You need to do it off a desktop, and you'll be able to click on the join button. Now, if you do want to do it off your mobile device, the best way to do it is like this. So jump on your mobile device, whether it's an iPad or a phone, go to Safari, open up YouTube, make sure that you are signed in, then click on here. It'll now give you a fresh panel. Click on desktop view, and now you'll be able to see that join button, so you can go ahead and join. It's $4. It's very cost effective. And that once you join, we'll make sure that, or I'll make sure to send you a link to join the Discord conversation. Now, I had a gentleman by the name of Dhiraj. Dhiraj, I hope I said that correctly. Good man is from India. And he is, I'm gonna say, Dhiraj, by looking at all the different fragrances that you're recommending, Dhiraj also sent through a photo of his collection. You, my friend, are comfortably in the veteran category. Now, Dhiraj asked me the question, can I recommend some fragrances that are ultra niche? Here's the post. And I like this. So I responded by saying, look, the problem with ultra niche is that they become hard to find. And then it's a level of frustration, I guess, if I put up all these different things. Like one, he mentioned ultra niche or harder to find. So one that is hard to find, which is a Nasomato, is Hindu grass. Now, for those who love patchouli, this is probably the greatest patchouli fragrance out there. Problem is, it's been discontinued. However, if you happen to get your hands on Hindu grass, I strongly recommend it. This is glorious. For those who love patchouli, this is an exceptional I was going to say an exceptional fragrance? No, an exceptional expression. An exceptional expression on patchouli. Because patchouli can be so many different faceted. And here, Alessandro has done, there's a sweet facet to it. There's this aromatic greenness in there, but it still has that patchouli glory. Honestly, amazing. But now, if you do like patchouli, it's hard to find. So it'll frustrate you. So instead, what I want to do today is provide you with a number of fragrances that I find are artistic or niche specific to a country. A little bit, some of these could be a little bit harder to find, or you have to go directly to them, but I strongly recommend them. These are exceptional. These are fragrances that I love. In most cases, what I'm about to recommend to you are for semi-pros onwards. There are some new recruits, and I'll show you that here. But ultimately, these are a lot more expressive in the niche field. Here's another point. When I first got into niche 2017, at that stage, brands like Creed and Perfume de Marly's and things like that were all within that niche scope. Whereas now, we know Creed has been sold to large multinationals. A lot of these other niche brands have been sold to bigger companies, whereas all the ones I'm about to show you here are all still owned by the owners, and therefore this is their blood, sweat, and tears. So whoever owns these brands, you know, they put all that energy. So it's not just a number on a chart. And I'm sure that these big companies still put a lot of love into these brands. However, you know, when you own something, when it's yours, I know for me, you put a lot of energy, and all day long you're thinking about how can I grow, how can I develop, you know, my business. So the ones I'm about to recommend to you are all very niche of niche, but they're exceptional, and semi-pros onwards I would recommend. All right, first one, boom. Let me take a little drink because my brain's going, what are you talking about? You guys understand, right? I just want to say that each one of these fragrances are exceptional, just divine, and a massive, massive recommendation. And I just smell, I mean, like I said, I've been smelling my arms as I wave around, and it just smells glorious. All right, the first one. I'm gonna keep it Aussie. So I put this up. So I did, in the lead up to today, I did this tease via the community, asking people, are you familiar with the brand? And then secondly, where do you think they're from? So this is MIHAN Aromatics, and they are Melbourne based. They're actually around the corner. There's a suburb called Fitzroy. They're in Fitzroy, Collingwood, around that area there. This is one of my first big loves very, very early on. So I came into niche in 2017, and probably about 2019, yeah, late 2019, I discovered MIHAN Aromatics through, there's a local perfumery here called Lore Perfumery. They're exceptional, really talented young ladies who own that business, and they put me onto this brand here. Now, one thing that I love about MIHAN, all right, so firstly, what they do is they like to interpret their own personal stories in perfumery. okay? And I guess what also resonated so deeply with me is that all their personal stories are Melbourne-based. So they've got one called Sienna Broom, which is their memories of the Fitzroy swimming pools. They've got one called Guilty Story, if you like woody, sexy fragrances. That one there is gorgeous. There's one called Petrichor Plains, which for me is rain in an urban landscape, you know. So there's really beautiful expressions of fragrances. This one's called KIRRA Curl. It's a fragrance. It's a new fragrance. They've had it for a while. They've been sort of playing with it and playing with the formula of it, but it's now been released as KIRRA Curl. And I love this because this is a gorgeous summer fragrance. So essentially it's the expression of an Australian beach. And it's about going surfing or just lounging around on the beach. But it's not a classic marine aquatic fragrance. There's quite a twist to this fragrance. Here, let's have a look. So the twist is this. It works perfectly as a summer fragrance, but cold weather like we've been having, today's been raining all day long, KIRRA Curl is exceptional. As a winter fragrance, it's incredible, and I'll tell you why in just a second. So I was wearing this the other day, and it's the Australian sandalwood. So a few things that they use. One is that they have a organic corn, sugarcane, not corn, organic sugarcane as their alcohol, all right? They find that it's softer on skin, it's sustainably grown, yada yada, and basically they're helping the local industry. The other thing that they like doing is using Australian sandalwood. Now, I find that all the MIHANs have almost like a DNA. You can detect that it's a MIHAN aromatic fragrance. As I mentioned, this fragrance here, it starts off with this just super enticing coconut beach vibe to it. There's like a slight citrusy sort of touch to it. It's woody on that opening. As it begins to dry down, and this is where I feel like it flips, because the opening is meant to be lemon rind and salty, like a salty accord. Whereas for me, I feel that I get that lemon rind bitterness at the end in the dry down, and I get like a salty skin also at the end. What I get very early on is this beautiful coconut milky sort of vibe to it with a vanilla touch to it, then woody accents. It's just magic. The one thing that's impressive about all the MIHAN aromatics is that they walk this line of being soft, caressing, intimate fragrances. So they're like a second skin. They're not massive projectors in the sense like, you know, they'll just fill a room, but they linger with you forever. And it's almost like, as I was preparing, I think of Karen Sisco. So for those who've seen the movie Out of Sight, and she is in that scene with, I can't remember the character's name, but he wants to have a tussle with her, but not in a, well, you know. And to see these two, you see Karen Sisco, a woman, and you think, well, she's gonna get herself into a tricky situation against this man who seems, you know, fairly strong. Also, he's an ex-boxer, and yet she just beats him up, basically. You know, watch the movie Out of Sight. It's actually an exceptional movie, a massive recommendation. You want a strong female lead? Karen Sisco, man, she is the best. Jennifer Lopez, I don't think she's ever done anything better than this. So MIHAN aromatic is Karen Sisco against, let's say, a Xerjoff. Where a Xerjoff comes in, you know, big ba boom, and thinks, oh, yeah, I'm gonna, you know, hang on forever. Whereas MIHAN, 24 hours later, it is still on your skin. You're still detecting the fragrance. It does have presence. It doesn't have, as I said, it doesn't have the massive room filler that some of these bigger fragrances have, but when people come close to you, it's so discernible. Beautiful, beautiful fragrance. And I would recommend to you KIRRA Curl as a classic summer, so Northern Hemisphere, you can enjoy this. Salty skin, that coconut vibe that it has, vanilla touch, sandalwood, and then here at wintertime, forget about it. I was wearing it the other day. It smells amazing. Keep moving. Well, that was like 400 minutes on just one fragrance. I want to finish this in 28 and I'm already at 21. All right, keep going. Pop, pop, boom, boom, boom. Here we go. The next one is this one here. So I put up this. I asked everybody, where do you think these people are from? You guys were all right. This is a new house from Thailand. For those who know Bortnikov, so Dmitry, this is his son, Maxim. Now, these are new fragrances that have just come out. I mentioned a little while back that I have a coffee fragrance of his, which I love, but I love this more, okay? This is only for, what did I put for veterans? Veterans only, and that's because the oud note comes out quite pronounced. According to the notes, he uses a Thai oud. However, I put it on the strip here. Okay, so it's come off that oudiness that it had. I've got it I'm wearing it today. So the oud note is definitely present, but there's this gorgeous vanilla ambery touch to it. It's called Amber Balsam. Massive recommendations. For those who love oud in their fragrance, but done now in this beautiful ambery, it's not warm. This is the interesting part about it. So it's not like, sometimes you think ambery and oud, you think like warm and cozy. You can wear this in summer. On a glorious day, wearing this baby, it has a lot of presence. However, if you're not comfortable with oud, then I find that the card is a little bit sort of one-dimensional. I sprayed this, I let Sandra smell it. To say that she wanted to hit me with something, she almost threw the strip at me. I mean, she said some things I won't repeat. She threw the strip at me and she's like, why are you giving me these things? But yet, here's the what do they say? The kicker. Here's the kicker. I was wearing it the other day and she's like, wow, you smell amazing. So this is one of those fragrances where up close, you're like, ooh, what are we talking about here? Whereas the sillage of this baby is just glorious. Another interesting thing is that it's also not a massive room filler. So this is a glorious, it's not a body scent, it's definitely low. So it has a moderate to low projection, but it is discernible. Again, I was talking to my son, went over to their house. We were chatting probably, well, I was pretty close. I wasn't shoulder to shoulder, but we were side by side. And he's like, you smell amazing. He's like, I'm getting this sort of spicy cinnamon sort of components to it. There are some definitely ambery notes. Wasn't picking up the oud. For me, the oud is quite present. But having said that, I put my son into a 5-star general category. So for him, oud is not a big deal. Whereas for Sandra, not so much. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Now, one thing that it has here is a collection of balsam. So those people may have heard of a thing called Peru balsam. There's also Peru and Tulu balsam. Now, there's also things like Copaiba and Gurgam balsam. What are these things? What are we talking about here? They're tree resins, and they're tree resins from South America, essentially, from a tree that is from that area. Interestingly, here's a point of reference. So it's called Peru Balsam, but in fact, it's from El Salvador. And this thing here, for those who've seen the LV, the Louis Vuitton unboxing that I did alongside Kevin, Gary, thank you. I still have the box here. It's incredible. You have no idea how much I've been loving the ability to go, what does that smell like? Myrrh the other day. I'm like, what does myrrh smell like? So what I did in preparation for today is I had a look, what does Peru Balsam smell like? It's from El Salvador. The reason why they call it Peru Balsam is when the Spanish first started exporting this, they were actually sending it from a port in Peru, and it just got dubbed Peru Balsam. But in fact, the tree is native to El Salvador. Now, what I did is this. So what does Peru Balsam smell like? Gary, these are your beautiful oils with raw ingredients. Gorgeous, I can smell it from here already. All right, this baby here, this is Peru Balsam. Baby. So you get this beautiful vanilla. I got it on my fingers too. Oh, you get this And it's interesting because the vanilla has an ability to be floral-like. It has a much deeper scent, whereas here you're getting the initial sort of that comes out is this vanilla-like quality, but almost edible, food-like, you know, like a creme brulee sort of thing. Interestingly, as it then begins to sort of dry down and migrate, it does go into like a cinnamon place. It has a cinnamon, but again, on the gourmand side. Interestingly, it made me think of a soft drink from the US, and I'm thinking Dr. Pepper. I was thinking, what was the other one? So it's these sort of more, that have all these other sort of unusual notes, I guess, like a Dr. Pepper has interesting notes to it. On its final dry down, and I did it earlier before as I was prepping, it has this honey-like propolis smell to it. So it has like a waxy component to it. So it's just really multifaceted. So vanilla with cinnamon elements to it, but a honey-like component. And I have to tell you that this fragrance here has all those components. The oud is present, but these ambery notes that are running through it, whether it's a vanilla touch or whether it has a cinnamon component to it, they're all running through these different, they're running through the actual fragrance. All these different balsams that MAKSIM is using creates this incredible ambery fragrance, but not via an accord. A lot of times amber is created via an accord. Here, he's used all these balsams to create this ambery feel to the fragrance. I wrote here, Amber Delight. The sillage on this is spectacular, but in looking at Sandra, thinking of Sandra, up close, it was a bit offensive to her, only because of that oud note that's in the actual fragrance. Exotic, I put here, exotic, unique, and alluring. Massive recommendation. He's got 3 fragrances that he has released. One of them is a musk. It's very animalic. Whereas if you are wanting to, but this is veterans onwards, or what did I write? Yeah, veterans onwards. So this amber balsam, spectacular. I'm gonna stop because this thing's gonna pop on me any second now. Coming back. I so badly wanted this to be a 28-minute Maté talk, but I'm sorry guys. Anyway, here we are. There are chapter markers. You can bounce around as you wish. Let me go now to Turkey. And, oh, sorry. Yes, here's the thing that I asked everybody. And the answer is, yeah, Turkey or Istanbul. Now this is a house I discovered in 2023 at Esxence. They are exceptional. They are really complex. And what I love about these guys is that they are semi-pro, so you can begin at a semi-pro. I don't recommend new recruits. Yeah, no. I've shown some new recruits and they're like, I don't get it. So semi-pro onwards, but they also go all the way to a 5-star general. They've got one called No Taboo. Boom, baby. I mean, that is funky. I'll actually, just quickly, it's meant to replicate, and this is not me, okay? So this is, you check out the website. This is meant to replicate, so No Taboo is going to see a brothel. And it's like this interpretation that there's sour milk in the fridge. So this is like I don't know where this brothel is. But anyway, it's meant to be, it's very animalic. It is an expression of sexuality, but it's wild. It's a wild ride, all right? So I wouldn't start there. Where I would start is, missing feelings. Have a look at this episode that I created. And I love this fragrance. I love this fragrance. It's such a, I mean, I've spoken about it multiple times. As a musky, white musk kind of fragrance that just envelopes you, there's nothing better. So I'd check out Missing Feelings, and I reckon, yeah, I'll still keep it to semi-pros. Because again, I've shown some new recruits and they're like, I don't get it. Anyway, glorious fragrance. Now this one here isn't easy love, but again, semi-pro onwards. And this is BODHI in Utah. Now, this is so the perfumer to the fragrances, his name is Sinan. He's self-taught. He expresses himself in both from an artistic point of view, so he's an artist also, but he loves movies. And this is homage to his favorite movie, which is Point Break. This is the original with Keanu and Patrick Swayze. And this is his interpretation of what a aquatic blue fragrance should smell like. And I have to say, he has knocked it out of the park. You can, so when you first spray this perfume, you get your classic blue aquatic scent profiles to it. It's inviting, it's invigorating, it's summertime, it's happiness. But what I love about this is that it does do a turn. There is I guess a constructed note in the base called blue amber and incense. Now, it never goes into anything dark, so it doesn't go into sort of anything heavy. It still stays as a beautiful summer fragrance, vibrant, energetic. However, as I said, it's now, so it's like going to the beach, so it's a beach fragrance. But now all of a sudden, once you get there, you realize, hang on a second, I don't know this beach. This is a whole new, you know, you see like a rock formation, like something out of Thailand, there's limestone, you're like, whoa, this is a whole brand new expression of what a beach is. Spectacular. All right, so as a beautiful, I was gonna say, no, again, new recruits will be like, I don't get it. So semi-pros, if you want a new expression on a blue aquatic, massive recommendation. I'm gonna do, there's another lineup that's coming up, or another episode that's coming up. I wanna talk about these guys in more detail. But again, beautiful house from Istanbul, brand new. And as I said, I love, well, you know, I've mentioned a million times, I love their packaging. It looks like something out of, for me, it looks like something out of New York, very urban, very different to what I've seen that normally comes out of Istanbul, which tends to be very sort of traditional and sort of, excuse me, I got a cough. Excuse me about that. Yeah, so I love their look. I love the look and I love their expression. I'm gonna keep moving. All right, next one, I believe a lot of people, so here's the, I put it out to everybody. And this one here, everyone's like, as if you can try and trick me. So this is MANOS GERAKINIS. For those who are brand new, this is now new recruits. I put here new recruits to semi-pros, okay? So this is an easy house to get into. This one here is a little bit more complex, a bit more on the semi-pro to veteran side of things. But if you're brand new to this house and you'd like to explore them, I would recommend to you two fragrances in particular. One is called Immortelle. That's the one that sort of really put them on the map. Think of beautiful Biscoff, sort of that cinnamon caramel biscuit. So he uses the Immortelle flower that is native to Greece. Beautiful fragrance as a gourmand, spectacular. But then he knocked it even further out of the park with MAACK. And this is a glorious fig, honey, gourmand, vanilla, just exceptional fragrance. Just when I did the tour with these beautiful people from, when I did this tour in Esxence with these beautiful people, I took them to MANOS GERAKINIS and they all smelled, and I loved every single one. So all three of the moment they smelled it, they're like, the yummy sounds that emerged from everybody was phenomenal. So if you want to try something new, unique with fig, MAACK is just a glorious fragrance. The one I would like to put to you is this. This is my first love within the house. It's called Quintessence. What I love about this is that it's a wild ride. It's so complex. There's so many different things happening that in particular, and one thing that I know that MANOS likes to do is utilize ingredients that are native to Greece. In here, there is the herbal Divana note. Had an opportunity to travel to Rhodes, so think of man, today I'm cooking it. The Goliath of Rhodes. No, it's this guy. So this is where he's from, and this fragrance takes me there. This fragrance brings me to this location, the place that we stayed at. The lady, now I don't know whether she actually did this or whether it was just something that she bought from the supermarket, but she says that she used, or she picked her own mountain herbs and created her own tea, and that tea is that Divana, I'm gonna say is what was in that tea, because there's this beautiful herbal greenness to it, which is spectacular. I was wearing this the other day. This is one of those fragrances that now has massive projection, great sillage, great presence. and it just makes me happy. I think there's a vanilla note here. I'll put it here, but there's almost like a honeyness to it also. There is I know that there's patchouli, I know that there's oud. Again, if I smell this oud versus the oud that I'm wearing, I'm surprised that it has oud in it. But it is so, you cannot pin this down. You cannot say it's, other than sort of woody, but even woody aromatic doesn't quite capture what Quintessence actually is. As I was preparing, I thought it is a very masculine leaning fragrance. However, my editor, Hannah, loves this. This is one of her favorites. Whenever she, wants to spray something, and this is an easy reach for her too. She'll just grab this, like she'll needs to run and goes, I just want to grab something quickly. Quintessence is the one that she grabs. So comfortably masculine, feminine, but for me, it just makes me happy. It takes me to Rhodes. Yeah, it's just a glorious fragrance. So massive recommendation. What else did I write here? The sillage is incredible, complex, absolutely. And it does, in some way, take you to another location. It takes you to Greece. For me, it takes me to Greece, makes me feel like I'm part of that place. All right, boom. Let me wrap this baby up. Last two. All right. So I asked everybody, where's this brand from? 2787, and they're from Spain. This is a Spanish house. Now, for those who may have seen a couple of weeks back, I mentioned that I was testing a fragrance called Mosaic. Bada bing, baby. I had to buy this. This is incredible. So if you like a beautiful gourmand, woody tobacco, but this is for semi-pros onwards. I sprayed this recently, or maybe even veterans, because I sprayed this on my daughter, and she's like, "Oh, this is weird. This is wild. This is glorious. This is incredible." The complexity on this fragrance is off the hook. Really impressive. But if you are new to the house, and I've put here new recruits to veterans, I would recommend to you FLANEUR. So this is one of the early ones. Actually, there's another one called Genetic Bliss. Strongly recommend that. That uses, or the perfumer uses a patent molecule. So it mixes in with your skin chemistry. It creates its own scent profile. You get a range, and what I love doing is get 5 different people, spray Genetic Bliss, and I'm telling you, the scent profile that you get from that is different on all of these individuals here, all the 5 that you spray on. Another one that is called Elixir de Baume. That is extraordinary. It is a little bit more female leaning, but just a gorgeous fragrance for boys. This is easier, a fragrance for women too, by the way, but boys who want to introduce florals in their fragrance and not just do a rose or something of that nature, I recommend to you FLANEUR. This is summertime though. This is, we're wearing it today, and it doesn't suit. It just does not fit. I mean, like I said, it's raining and it's miserable, and this is sunshine, this is happiness. For me, I can actually see myself flaneuring I don't know if you say it like that, but in Paris, just strolling and walking and just sort of soaking in the sunshine and the urban landscape that is Paris. This uses a linden blossom on its opening. Now, I love, the reason why, when I saw linden blossom, I'm like, I know what this is. My bees, I love, I have a beehive, and there is a local tree, a linden tree, has a white sort of floral or yellow floral to it. Bees love the pollen on this, and the scent profile from this tree is this fragrance here now with all these other elements to it. There's also iris in here, so you're getting this beautiful green powdery component. I believe there is vetiver in the base. Beep, bop, boom, boom, boom. There is, I'll put it here. But I know that the iris note, when on that opening, that iris powdery component is beautiful. As it dries back, it does go a bit more green. That linden blossom just retains its energy and its floral glory all the way through the fragrance. It's really, this is sunshine. For me, this is sunshine. This is out and like a day adventure, going out and exploring. Whether you go to the countryside or whether you go into the city, like I can see Melbourne also as I wear this fragrance, It's just spectacular. Man or woman. So a woman can wear it comfortably, but I would recommend boys who want to introduce different florals into their fragrances, then I would, massive recommendation. Flaneur is a one for you. What else did I write here? Boom, 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 boom. Okay, it's part of their Go. So she has, the perfumer or the owner of the house has, so on the side here, you can see that there's like a dot and it says Go on this way, go live. Actually, I'll put it here. This is her Go line. And Go line is for those who want a fragrance. So instantly she's saying, this is one that will create presence, that will make people turn their head and go, who's that? Will be a room filler. It's absolutely a room filler. So this is glorious as an outdoor fragrance, as an outdoor dining fragrance, as a party fragrance. So anything that you want to really stand out and make a presence, then Flaneur is one of those fragrances that I would recommend to you. Boom, long lasting, bada bing. Wrapping this baby up. Last one. Okay, so here's what I put out to everybody. Do you know where this house is from? I love that this one here, I did trick everyone. In fact, ANDREA MAACK is from Iceland. Now she is an artist. All right, so her background is creating installations, and she did her first perfume as an art installation. It was a huge success. People loved it. She thought, oh, I might as well sell it. And as a result, started her business, which is ANDREA MAACK. A massive, massive recommendation. Not many people talk about this brand. Actually, not many people talk about 2787 either. A big, big recommendation to those guys. But ANDREA MAACK, check these babies out. This one here is Supernova. Now, Julien Raskinet created Supernova. He also created another one called Jest. Both of those. If you want presence, if you want room filler, if you want just longevity, all those, those big things, then either Supernova or Jest, both are, except notice that I pointed because it's another recent acquisition in the collection, and really, really exceptional. As I've been talking to you, Supernova is just everywhere. It just is it's intense. The best way to describe this fragrance is think Starlight by Xerjoff. Starlight is this beautiful cardamom, cinnamon, ambery, warm, too close to the body. It has presence, but doesn't have, doesn't really push itself out. Well, this is its older brother, who is now big and muscly, come back from, I don't know, doing body training, because this thing here is a beast. And it also has some of those components of the cinnamon, the cardamom. It also has oud in the base. And I think all those pieces just really amp up this fragrance. Great longevity. You're going to be smelling it for 24 hours plus. I put it here in capital letters, massive. So when it comes to its presence and comes to its, just its overall performance, this fragrance is massive. Boop, 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 boop. I'm going to finish there because otherwise I got to do all the editing. So there you have it. So these are 6 different niche houses. Not a lot of people talk about them. And as I said, today the intent wasn't to give you some really obscure and hard to find. These are brands that a lot of people are not, or that I'm not seeing a lot of people talk about. I would strongly recommend to you to put them on your radar, check them out, and see what you think. I look forward to your comments, everyone. Thank you for your company. I appreciate all your support. And as I continue to as I continue to travel the journey to get to 100,000 subscribers, look forward to your support with that. This is up for grabs. Make sure you subscribe. Put your blue dot. Tell me the fragrance that we talked, or the fragrance houses that we talked about during that tour, and you can be in the draw to win that. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you guys all on the next Maté Talk. All right, well, here's the promo side of things. Want to thank everybody. Look at these beautiful people here. The wheel is full. Can you see that there are those that are slightly larger? They're all the members of the channel. And what I mentioned is that if you're a member of the channel, then you'll have a double entry. For those who are subscribers, then you'll have your single entry. And this is for the Almond Jane Good luck. Okay, actually, we got a great response. So good luck. 100,000 on the journey. Here we go. Sem! Congrats, my man. Sem, who is a member of the channel. Actually, he's one of the OGs. So Sem has been with the channel for, I think the moment I turned it on, first episode, boom, Sem came along. So congratulations to you, Sem. All right, so now this is for Aussies. Good luck. Bon chauffe. Thank you again, Libertine Perfumery, for making this available. And let us begin. Those that you see bigger wedges means that they did multiple buys. If you had multiple buys, you had multiple presents on the wheel. Good luck. 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 Boom! Chelsea, Gary, my man, you were so close. Gary is the OG who allowed me to open up this beautiful LV box. Chelsea, make sure you reach out to me, send me a DM, and I'll organize with your address, and I'll organize that to be sent across to Libertine so that they can send you your bottle of Bon Chauffe. Congratulations. Thanks, everyone. See you guys all on the next episode.